Hello, good morning to everyone. This is my first video update for the GoFundMe campaign. Thank you so much to everyone who has participated and donated so far, especially Angie, my dear friend. So the other donors would prefer to remain anonymous, and the other money, that's being run elsewhere. But the money that has come straight from the front door donations, Angie, in large part, thank you so much. So what I want to do is I want to explain my thinking about how I'm going to run this money that you put into the pot for me. So Bronson and I have done some pretty extensive research and determined that there are 5 stocks that we definitely want to hold for the longer term to grow this fund's portfolio, at least at the current period of time. So I'm going to do my best to explain to you, like, Angie, just know this is like largely like for you, because like I'm going to tell you where your money's going, okay? Everyone else, feel free to follow along. I'm going to try and make this as clear and easy as possible, but I want you to understand, like, what stocks your money is going to, okay? So first one, that is Bronson and I really love this stock. Very storied company. Everybody's seen it. It's Build-A-Bear Workshops, okay? Yes, the same company that is in the malls where, you pick out your Pikachus, your squirrels, your whatever, your bears. They have outfits, whatever. And you stuff them and pick, right, like everything that you want to have for it. Build-A-Bear stock is doing very well on a technical basis, also on a fundamental basis. So Build-A-Bear, I noticed at about $38, had some really strong support. I'm getting some intel coming in from somebody else right now. Sorry about that. Build-A-Bear stock had some really strong support at about $38. And at that point, the price to sales ratio was less than 1, which means that the company was valued for less than the total amount of sales that they had, which to me is a fundamental dislocation from the principles of corporate finance. If I'm making $100 at my company, how can my company only be worth $80? That doesn't make sense, does it? Like, if my company is making $100, my company should at least be worth $100, right? Because that's how much I have in sales, right? When the value of your company becomes lower than the amount of sales that you are bringing in, to me, that's a fundamental dislocation. And I think that a business on balance should be at 1. So right now, Build-A-Bear Workshop has an uptrend momentum through the 1.0 price to sales ratio. That means that, once again, the company is undervalued. So we're in right now at $42.71 for Build-A-Bear stock. I believe I can sell it for $48. So I'm going to make that $6 difference up in the market, okay? That's how I'm going to make my money. So the second stock that we have is a little bit complicated. I'm going to try and just explain it as simply as I can. It's called B-Dry, and what you're betting on is ocean freight cargo ship contracts, okay? So it costs a certain amount of money to ship something across the ocean if you're using a cargo ship, right? Let's say it's $100. Right now, we're at a bottom of a sine wave pattern that I've noticed for ocean freight shipping futures contracts. So this derivative, I believe the technical basis is at a bottoming. So you buy it when it's low and you sell it when it's high, okay? It's complicated, but we're at a bottom right now, okay? So I have it right now for $5.17, but I think I can sell it for $12. So I'm hoping to sell it for twice as much as I bought it. The next stock that we have is MSFX, which is a 2x bet on Microsoft stock. This one's a little bit complicated, but not really. It's like buying Microsoft stock, but you bet down twice on it. Like, you double down on it. This is going to give us our big cap tech exposure in this portfolio at a 2x leverage on a solid cash flow company. Bronson really likes Microsoft stock. Once he figured out that Microsoft owns Minecraft, he was all in. So he's all in for that reason. I'm all in for other reasons, and we put our heads together and we're like, we like Microsoft stock, so we're going to buy this one to hold it. I don't have a price that I want to sell this stock at yet. I just want to hold it and just wait for the next upcycle in the economy. Next stock, this is Bronson, and this is mostly Bronson, but it's Papa John stock. Okay, PZZA. We're in at 39.21. Okay, Papa John stock has extremely strong technical support at the $36 level. And also currently it's trading at less than 1.0 price to sales, which means that Papa John's is bringing in $100, but it's only valued for $80, right? That doesn't make sense to me. So we like Papa John stock a lot. We think that this stock has a huge runway because right now the price, okay, this is going to get a little bit nerdy. Here comes some math, okay? The price to sales ratio right now is 0.61, which means that the value of the company is only 61% total of all of the sales. You can basically round that down to 50 and say, okay, if it was 50%, we would need another 50% in order for this stock to go back to break evens, which would be the 1.0. So what I'm saying is that Papa John stock is valued by about half as much as it should be, and I think we could probably get a 2x on this one. I think we could see Papa John's go from 40 all the way up to 80, at least to 60. But yeah, Papa John stock, that's like that's our boy right now. Okay, so like definitely Papa John's is going up. Papa John's going up. Okay, I think I can sell it for $50 for sure. Right now we're sitting at $39.21. I'm pretty sure I can sell it for 50. The next play and the last play that we have, this is a long-term play. It's a pretty ugly play when you look at the fundamentals. If you actually like dig into the financials, it's not a very pretty picture, but it's Rivian. Okay, Rivian stock right now is highly depressed, but there's a few good reasons for that. Like, first of all, the net income of Rivian is negative $500 million, okay? So they're in the hole, EBITDA, $500 million, okay? Market cap is 13, right? Market cap is $13 billion. They're losing $500 million every year, and their sales are only like $4 billion or something like that. Like, it looks really ugly, but I think it's one of those stocks that's like early in its stages right now. It's more of a long-term play. It's more of a cry now, laugh later. Okay, so like I'm just accumulating Rivian stock to hold it. All right. So B-Dry and Rivian, like all of these stocks, really, I'm trying to bottom fish. Okay, I'm trying to get the cheapest price that I can so I can sell it for the highest price later. B-Dry and Rivian are like so at the bottom that it would really make you think like, don't buy this stock, right? But that's when you should be buying. You should be buying stocks and other people are like, I don't want this thing, because then it turns around and it's like, oh, why haven't you had this thing? It happens. I've been doing this a long time, okay? I've been doing this for 13 years and I've seen it every time, right? So Build-A-Bear Workshop, B-Dry, MSFX, PZZA, and Rivian, okay? Sorry it's disorganized, but that's how my brain thinks, okay? So, Angie, my wonderful Angie, my friend, thank you so much for your donation, and this is where your money's going. This is how we're going to make it to 15 million, right? Because I don't want anybody saying, oh, where was Angie? Where was Angie? Angie was there, and we had $261 in the portfolio, okay? So when we hit 15 million, I want you guys to remember the day one, Angie was there, she put in, and she's been believing in me since, forever, okay? All right. Thank you very much, and let's run this money.